ride that takes you beyond the veil, beyond the lines, into the unknown. Buckle up, because once you're in, there's no turning back. This is Rebel Joe's Wild Ride, where the truth is dangerous and the conspiracies are wilder than they want you to believe. All right, all right, all right. Tonight we're back in the saddle and we're digging into the rabbit hole so deep we might as well just find out if Alice herself was a clone. This is Rebel Joe's Wild Ride coming at you live from Reckless Radio XYZ. And rolling with me tonight, as always, is Drew and the Wolfman.
Yo,
Wolfman.
yo.
Drew, welcome on board tonight. It's going to be a crazy episode.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling, my man.
Yo, man, I'm excited to be here tonight, especially with the one and only Wolfman himself. You know, because, I mean, hey, man, if we're not rolling with the Wolfman, then I don't know what's up. You know?
I appreciate you, Drew. So glad to be here with you both, Drew, Rebel Joe. This is awesome. But it's still that freaky content that nobody likes to hear. But we got to say it because it needs to be spoken about.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? And Drew's coming out with fresh eyes and fresh ears. And that's what I like, right? I'm trying to convince him he's just along for the story and he's going to make his mind out for himself.
Absolutely, man. I mean, and you know, like I've always been like some way that tries to, you know, like more or less like really dive in and try to understand things. But the thing I find so interesting about these stories is it's like it always ends up with something more to it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just so interesting in that way.
I know it never stops. And as I like to say, it leads back to the reptilian.
Yo, that and by the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, but in the underground, I heard that there's a project coming up known as Alien Music, by the way. Just a quick snippet, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tonight we decided to do something fun, something good, something different. And as PR file form, we're going to follow along with the PDF, but this time I'm doing it even better.
Oh, hell yeah.
Share the screen. I got everything all set to go, man. This is amazing. All right.
Yeah, got my phone on it myself.
So, all right. This is a continuation of our Donald Marshall show. So tonight we're going to read a little bit about public figures and their relationship with Donald Marshall as REM-driven clones. This is volume 1. And you know what? Being the guy I am, I just want to jump into it. I want to go straight for Barack Obama. I'm sorry, but
yes. I mean, I got a song out in the day where I was definitely dissing Barack for the drone stuff, you know, and then I mean, yes, he is on the list. There's actually several political figures, a lot of political figures that are on the list, and celebrities as well. Donald Trump's on the list. You know,
there's even like one of our Canadian ex-prime ministers.
Yep. Trudeau, yeah.
No, Steve. Well, wait. Okay, second one now. Trudeau now, but Stephen Harper was the first one that I heard about.
But yeah, you may just read some of the names off this list, Rebel Joe?
Come on.
All right. Well, we got Adele, the singer. We got Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany. We got Barack Obama, 44th U.S. President. Benjamin Netanyahu, the 9th Prime. Oh, sorry, I'm catching a little cough. The 9th Prime Minister of Israel. Bernard Jeffrey McCullough, aka Bernie Mac, he was an actor comedian. He was actually one of the good ones that Don has mentioned, and he actually stood up for Don. Anyways, Beyonce, Brad Pitt, Britney Spears, Bryan Adams, Cher, Chris Brown, Coldplay, especially Chris Martin. It's David Letterman, Diana, Princess of Wales, Fifi Dobson, Fiona Apple, George Lucas, Hayden Christensen, Hillary Clinton. A lot of these make sense.
All right, yeah.
John Bonet, Patricia Ramsey. She was the American Beauty pageant queen. Justin Bieber. Makes sense with what's going on with P Diddy and some of the details about him and that Cassie girl was about people in robes and masks.
I know, right?
And MGK was signed to him.
Yep.
So that whole beef with Eminem, and Eminem's part of it too.
Eminem, without doubt, the king of trolling as well as just destroying fellow rappers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hold on. Okay, but I also want to get like a little snippet here. We are not saying that these people are 100, like, we're not saying that we know this for a fact. This is a PDF we're reading. These are Darnell Marshall's accounts through his eyes and stuff, and we find it an interesting subject because he details it way better than us.
These are people he's seen within. So just to give a backup on that, it's the REM consciousness transfer. It's not. The people call it astral projection, but it's not. It's similar in the sense where astral projection is like an MK visual inception world, but basically at the snap of a finger, once you hit REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, you get zapped from your consciousness or soul, whether you believe or not, gets zapped to a clone body that's far away from your human body while your human body sleeps. And these are things that he has woken up in the clone body while his human body sleeps and has experienced, claims he has experienced, So it's like, and there's a lot of evidence coming out as of recently and before that kind of coincides, coincides with Donald Marshall and his claims. So I'm freaking a lot of people out.
Like we were talking
I'm
before,
sure.
another conversation and stuff, like a lot of times these artists eager for fame and fortune sign these contracts giving up the rights to their clone, their name for perpetuity, right? So if they're doing this cloning and stuff, we're not saying that the people voluntarily get cloned and do these things, right? It's all part of that all mystic about the record industry and how they control you and this and that. So it's all part of that also. And once again, ties into music and lizards. Jesus fuck, eh? Cora. Cora tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night is Cora. She's actually in the chat from what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah,
So what's up, big sister? Welcome, welcome.
So okay, we've got a couple names and stuff. I'm just excited. I want to dive into this, dude. Barack Obama is.
Let's fucking go, man.
He's the favorite one that I love to find, like, because there's so many conspiracies with him. I'm not saying any of them are true. I'm just saying that he's just my most fun politician to go after because there's just so many things, and that's all. Right?
Yeah, just like what was it? Alcatraz, shut down Alcatraz, shut down Alcatraz, shut down Alcatraz. We're gonna shut down Alcatraz.
How you doing, my man? What up?
Complex Mothra, what up, brother?
What's going on, Complex Mothra?
Actually, well, we call him asshole Mothra. In the Juggalo world and shit, but regardless,
All right, so here we go. You want to take this, or you want me to, Wolfman?
What page are we on there?
We're on page.
Wolfman.
Found it. We're good. Barack Obama, 44th U.S. president. United States President Barack Obama attends the cloning center as a REM driven clone of himself, and he talks to Queen Elizabeth II as a REM driven clone version of herself nearly every night when they go to sleep in their original bodies, and are activated as REM driven clones once they reach REM sleep in their original bodies through the process of consciousness transfer. United States President Barack Obama, parentheses, Queen Elizabeth II, as well as many others who attend uh, who attends the above ground ah, blah, 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 who attends the above
Damn it,
ground
Sam.
cloning center located in Canada. So there's a location right there
There is a
where I
location.
am unwillingly activated as REM driven clone. Reviews my Facebook posts on the big screen as REM driven clone versions of himself at the cloning center nightly. Then after reviewing my Facebook posts, this is Don Marshall speaking, as a REM driven clone version of himself, Barack, United States President Barack Obama or other loyal Illuminati members will look at me and give me dirty looks. And as a RAM driven clone version of myself, I retort by saying to United States President Barack Obama or other Illuminati members who are also RAM driven clones and have reviewed my Facebook posts and decided to give me dirty looks at cloning. Yeah, and what, you piggish bastards? I mean, I'd say something too, you know? Moreover, United States President Barack Obama is completely controlled by the prime evil Illuminati members, and as a RAM driven clone version of himself activated at the cloning centers, Barack Obama does exactly what people such as Queen Elizabeth II, Vladimir Putin, as well as representatives from China, Arab states, and Israel tell him to do it. Tell him to do. As a RAM driven clone version of himself in the cloning center, United States President Barack Obama does not have any say whatsoever. Barack Obama must do exactly what the primeval Illuminati members tell him to do as a RAM driven clone version of himself. Sometimes the United States President Barack Obama even cries at the cloning center because he has no real authority or power and must do what he is told. Furthermore, the reality of the situation is that whoever wins the U.S. presidential election is still controlled by the Illuminati and is part of the Illuminati's ram driven clothing subculture. I mean, they put in a lot of movies and shit. Irrespective of who that person is or what that person's background may be, accordingly, whoever wins the presidential election in USA is still a member of the Illuminati and the New World Order, and was either involved in the Illuminati ram driven cloning subculture before winning the US presidential election, or becomes part of the way the Illuminati never loses. I think I read the same thing, sorry. Therefore, whoever wins the upcoming
That's offensive.
2016 US what did you say?
I said that's offensive.
That's offensive. Well, I'm offended, you're offended.
Exactly.
Exactly. Controlled by the primeval. Where was I? There were presidential elections will be completely controlled by the primeval Illuminati members and will have to do exactly as the Illuminati tells him or her to do whenever he or she is activated as a REM driven clone at the cloning center. Let me keep going. The Illuminati even made a Simpsons episode,
You're doing something.
H.J. Simpson 2015, about the Illuminati New World Order election situation, whereby the aliens King and Kodos were dressed in costumes and on the surface appeared to look like Bob Dole and Bill Clinton to an unsuspecting crowd, until Homer Simpson removed the face mask to reveal that it is in fact aliens dressed as Bob Dole and Bill Clinton, and their election system is a fraud because whoever wins is still an alien. He's talking about drones, anyways. In reality, whoever wins the U.S. presidential election will still be controlled. The presidential election will still be controlled by the prime evil Illuminati members. Furthermore, the newly elected U.S. president will not have any say whatsoever at the cloning center whenever he or she is activated as a RAM driven clone, and he or she will have to do exactly as he or she is told by the primeval Illuminati members, just like President Barack Obama has to do exactly as he is told by those primeval Illuminati members. Queen Elizabeth II, Vladimir Putin, as well as Chinese representatives, Arab representatives, and Israeli representatives. In 2009, United States President Barack Obama and his wife, as REM driven clone versions of themselves, thought of a sick joke when they were activated as REM driven clones at the cloning center, which involved having the Obama administration instigate a low level flight of the Air Force One plane over New York City on Monday, April 29th of 2009. Parentheses, City Room 2009. 8 years after the 9/11 World Trade Center bombings, simply to terrify people. President Barack Obama and his administration did this simply because they could, and then told the public after the incident occurred that it was a photo opportunity for the Air Force One plane. However, no pictures were taken. Furthermore, President Obama and his wife Michelle Obama had the audio recordings of voice calls of frightened people sent to the cloning center. And as a REM-driven clone versions of himself activated at the cloning center, Barack Obama and his wife and others listened to these frantic phone calls from the public, and he laughed hysterically as people phoned emergency lines in panic and yelled, Al Qaeda, Al Qaeda has more planes. New York's emergency phone call lines were flooded with calls from terrified people on the morning of Monday, the 27th of April 2009, Google City Room 2009, because of the United States President Barack Obama's sick joke. Moreover, when I was unwillingly activated as a RAM-driven clone at the cloning center, that evening when I went to sleep as a RAM-driven clone version of himself, Barack Obama turned to look at me and said, Donnie, we, as in the Illuminati, are all powerful. If we can do this, in reference to the plane, and nothing comes of it, how are you going to be able to get us, the Illuminati? You are a slave as a RAM driven clone, and the people here, other people that are in the same situation, um, sorry, I lost my place. Uh,
That's offensive.
This is Texas, right?
Now make us a new song, or we will gut you like a fish and leave you
Fuck,
to
that's dark.
writhe in agony. Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
To all reading this, and especially the people who witnessed the incident of the unannounced low flyover of the Air Force One plane in New York City on the morning of Monday, 27th April 2009, which terrified thousands of people. I beg you to help me prove that Barack Obama, prove him wrong. Help me prove him wrong and demonstrate to United States to Barack Obama that there will be repercussions for his sick and twisted joke, as well as repercussions for his association with the Illuminati and repercussions for the role Barack Obama has had to play in the Illuminati's REM driven human cloning subculture. Share these disclosure documents as far, wide, and as rapidly as possible. The only thing the Illuminati members fear is the populace learning and understanding the Illuminati's REM driven cloning subculture, because REM driven cloning is the main topic which truly exposes the Illuminati members. Therefore, sharing these disclosure documents helps in the sense that when more and more people learn about my situation, REM driven cloning and the cloning centers, etc., the more it stings the Illuminati and it leaves the Illuminati a little exposed. Eventually, when a large percent of the population understands my situation, REM driven cloning, and the cloning centers, etc., there will be nowhere to run or hide for people such as President Barack Obama. When a large percentage of the populace starts demanding answers and starts demanding that Illuminati members submit to polygraph tests for their involvement in Illuminati's REM driven cloning subculture, as well as the evil these people have done and continue to do as REM driven clones. It really stings the Illuminati and leaves them exposed. So please share this. I am begging you.
Man. And this came out a while back ago, like before 2015, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's been sharing his story for quite a few years, and he's never made a penny off of this. Um,
Nope.
his story gets more and more like right now we're just kind of giving everybody an introduction because I heard this story while I was on a spiritual journey, and it stuck in my head for a long time, and then I got into all of these PDFs and all the videos and stuff. But for somebody that doesn't know the Donald Marshall story, you got to kind of introduce a little bit of everything, and doing it with the PDFs is kind of a good way because people will go back to the video to be able to check that, and we'll break it down and do it step at a time. Because as you share this story, it's not that the story is so outlandish, but it's the details and like the abuse that was done to him and stuff that he goes into detail about, and it makes it so like compelling that when you after knowing a bunch of this stuff, then when you hear his story, it's like holy fuck, like I don't
Yeah.
know, but this shit might be very plausible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's some
it's put
wild
in a lot
shit.
of movies and stuff, media.
And that's the thing. And these older movies didn't have the internet or a point of reference. Like, where the fuck are they coming up with these ideas? It's like these old cave paintings of aliens and stuff. These 2,000 years ago, they had no fucking idea what they were painting, but they depicted what they saw or what they interpreted based upon what they knew.
Well,
Yeah.
Rebel Joe. I think now that we're on like the subject of like clones and like UFOs and stuff, if you want, our boy Zodiac of GRE actually has a song called "The Fourth Kind,"
Damn,
and
Nice.
pulling that on me now? Come on, man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, bro, if you want to, man, I mean, cause it's on YouTube. It's on here, man. So,
Yeah, but see, when we play a video from YouTube on YouTube, in YouTube, they strike us.
oh god damn it. Well,
But
fuck.
that's why the songs I can put up. That's why I got Freak Show. I got Chupacabra because he gave us permission in the last video we did to have it
Right,
on.
right. Yeah, yeah. No,
But
I got you.
I got some Shakespeare on here because we got permission to play him. So this way we can't get dinged.
Right, right.
Yeah, my niece is joining us.
Well,
How you doing, Chanley? How you doing, Nikki? Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. We're on a really wild, different kind of
Hello,
journey.
hello.
well, hey, I hope everybody tuning in is having fun listening in. But just so you know what I was just saying about Zodiac song, The Fourth Kind, if you want to, after we get done here, go on YouTube, type in Zodiac, The Fourth Kind, and it should come up. And when you listen to it, all I'll say is, if you're into UFOs, this rap song is for you.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
You mind if I drop the bio links real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, you got
So
links,
if
bro?
y'all are, getting your minds blown about what we're talking about here, there is a way to get a lot more of the information. And
Nice.
let me just pull it up real quick. 2 seconds. I got three bio links for you.
I just gotta joke with you real quick though. I just gotta say, like, like 500,000 million years later, like I'm getting old here and shit.
I can see that. I can see that.
We got the bio link, bio dot link slash Donald Marshall. No space between Donald and Marshall. Two L's on Marshall. We got the bio dot link slash Josie Dutch. That's Jossey Dutch. No space between Josie and Dutch. And the bio dot link slash Brittany Weber. That's BrittanyWeberr. And you can find a lot of information there on this subject. And you can find links to Donna Marshall's Facebook page because he put it out years ago on video and different links he was attached to. So
Yeah, I was able to lift it from the PDF and put it on our bottom ticker here. So it's facebook.com/ Donald Marshall, Donald.Marshall.148. That's the Facebook. And for pro boards, Donald HTTP double dot / Donald Marshall dot proboards.com / board. And then you'll get to a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's not just like me and Sam just gave you two different avenues to get some of this information. So it's
yeah,
available everywhere. And there's other celebrities that have backed up Donald Marshall's saying B.O.B. is one of them. Sheila Tequila is another one of them. What's that guy from Fast and Furious? I forget. But there was another one. But
Tyrese,
Tyrese, yes.
Tyrese, yeah, yeah,
Roman
man.
Pierce.
Roman Pierce, yeah. Um. So yeah, those are the links. Check them out. Thank you. Also, shout out to Rebel Joe and Drew. Rebel Joe's platform, Reckless Radio XYZ.
Always,
And
man.
shout out to all the listeners. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, just so everybody knows who's listening, Reckless Radio XYZ is the place where we play the music no one else does, and we also tell the stories that nobody else will. We keep it reckless.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? This is what's great because on our radio station, we play some of the artists that Drew talked about. Right? We got Mr. Doja, we got Chuckles, we got Zodiac, we got
Yeah.
Phoenix, we got Scum, we got Insane Poetry, we got High Holy Days, we got Rock and Roll Rebels from Poland. I got Keybone from Haiti. Um, Ija Mackey from Jamaica, man. We got Canadian artists. We got Junkyard. We got General Stews. We got all kinds of things, man. It truly is a home for independent artists and independent stories.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yes, sir.
so Sam, what's your feeling here?
Yes. You may keep reading.
You want me? You want me to? You want me to do one?
It's up to you, man.
Because I just I want to do a quick one. It's Megadeth.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you want me to do it? Or you want to do it real quick?
Well, yeah, dude, you're great. You're a great reader, man. Keep going, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
All
man,
right, let me
you
get to
do
the
a great
page.
job,
What?
Sam.
Huh?
I say you do a great job, brother.
Great
Thanks,
narrative.
brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, salute.
What page is Megadeth, huh?
Bottom of page 34.
34. Okay.
Yo, Megadeth, fuck yeah. I fuck with their music.
Page 34.
And Drew,
Megadeth, American thrash metal band.
yeah, hold on. And Drew, The reason why is because when I seen the album cover that I'm going to show you guys up on here after, and then I heard Donald Marshall's story, it blew my mind because I was a fan of Megadeth too.
Yeah, because he's on the cover of one of their albums.
I got the image loaded.
It's wild. Um.
Oh yeah.
All right. So this is once again from Donald Marshall speaking on the scenario and situation he's been in up to this point. Megadeth, the American thrash metal band. I've only ever seen the lead singer from Megadeth as REM driven clone versions of ourselves at the Cloning Center. I've only ever dealt with Dave Mustaine from Megadeth as REM driven clone versions at the Cloning Center, and I have never met the other band members from Megadeth. Sometimes with popular bands which are widely known, the other band members are in some examples. Even the lead singer is not permitted to attend the cloning center as a REM driven clone. However, the person who claims to be the songwriter will attend the cloning center as a REM driven duplicate clone. And I would have to interact with the songwriter as REM driven clone versions of ourselves at the cloning center. After our interaction as REM driven clones at a later date, the songwriter passes on new songs to the lead singer band once the songwriter is experiencing life through their human body and not as a REM driven clone version at the cloning center. This is when the songwriter tells this is when the blah, blah, blah. This is when the songwriter tells the band lead singer the songwriter. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. This is when the songwriter tells the band, the lead singer, he or she, that he'll tell them that he wrote whichever song he or she is given the band to sing without any mention of REM driven cloning or their interactions with me as REM driven clones, as in Donald Marshall's the ghostwriter of those songs. With such a design, the band members, lead singers, are oblivious to how the songs which they sing ever came to fruition. Furthermore, when the Illuminati were feeling so confident at the time with the evil which they wheeled onto the world, the Illuminati members finally decided to display my face on an album cover clearly and chose Megadeth's 2001 album, The World Needs a Hero, to mock me and laugh at the world. To y'all out there listening right now, if you can, if you got time, look up on Google Images Donald Space Marshall with two L's, Megadeth. And that's Mega Death with no spaces between Megadeth and Death with DETH, not an A. And this is the image he's talking about. I posed for the I posed for the album cover as a REM driven clone at the cloning center, and pictures were first taken of me as a REM driven clone without the blood and skeleton. The skeleton and blood were later rendered onto the photograph via computer graphics. As a RAM driven clone version of myself activated unwillingly at the cloning center, I was told the final edit displayed on the album cover is an oil painting. I was approximately 23 years old when I posed for the cover of the Megadeth album cover, The World Needs a Hero. And the album was released 3 years later when I was approximately 26 in 2004. The Illuminati members decided to finally display my face clearly on an album cover because they were extremely confident that their RAM driven cloning subculture would never be proven. Google search this image. And when you do Google search this image on as a note, you'll see pictures of him from his Facebook, actual pictures of Donald Marshall, in comparison to the picture of the man on the Megadeth album, The World Needs a Hero. And it looks just like him. The Illuminati members decided to finally display because they were sorry. The image shows what I sometimes look like after a RAM-driven clone gathering. With the skeleton popping out of my chest, I have displayed an image below for the reader to compare a photograph of me in everyday life with the image displayed on Megadeth's album cover.
Right, and I have it right up here, man. This shit
Yeah.
crazy fast. Oh my god! But see, that's why it's so much information. We like to break it down. We're recounting Donald Marshall's story. Um, Later on in the series, we're going to be talking to other people that have had experiences with this, not just Donald Marshall. And I've gotten to know a few of these people good enough. We've talked, we've had discussions, we've had shows, but there are people from all across the globe sharing similar stories, and that's what really got my attention. That's why we want to put a more human face. Like we're reading a PDFs and stuff, and yeah, it's stars and actors and politicians and stuff, but we're also going to bring on real people telling their side of it and what their experiences was. And like this thing is so widespread, it blew my fucking mind. It blew every other conspiracy I ever had out of the water. Because once you hear it all, you go, God damn, it's like
it makes sense.
This whole matrix, like where nothing makes sense. This makes sense, as crazy as it is.
Yeah, it can be life changing. It's
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of wild shit, man.
All right. Well, guys, this has been an awesome episode. Like we give people a lot of information here and stuff, and we gave them more links to go up out and stuff. So we invite you all to come on this journey with us. Wolfman, what do you got to say in closing, my man?
Oh
man, I love it. I love it. And that's why we call him the Wolfman. Drew, once again.
Fuck yeah, man. Yo, let me just say, yo, this has been another incredible show of Open Your Minds with Rebel Joe, the Wolfman himself. And of course, you got the underground promoter, aka the offended asshole here. You know what I'm saying? You know, type shit like that. You know,
no,
rock
you're
on with
offended. I'm
everything.
offended.
Yeah, man. I'm offended that like it just got even more crazier. You know, you know. So so that just happened. But also, real quick, just to let everyone know, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Reckless Radio XYZ. It's myself, Underground Promoter 302, Rebel Joe. We are bringing on my big sister Cora, who is our inspiration behind epilepsy awareness. She is coming on to give her update of her newest surgery she actually just had, and what her recovery process is like. So come tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Reckless Radio XYZ.
Tune in on Reckless Radio XYZ.
Devour them. I leave no bodies. You say you're goaded. I'm the dark underground. I